Have you got any mascara? Have you got any mascara?
No.
I know you gonna dig this. Get funky with me.
Prom night. Everything is alright.
Prom night. Everything is all right. Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? How you doing today? So here I am in a cemetery. And it's not a grave video. It's about a horror movie. Filmed here in Toronto, a very famous one. And it's fire trucks. Don't start. Go to your fire. Go to your fancy fire. Put it out. We're all really impressed. Now, here I am doing locations for the 1980 classic, horror classic, Prom Night.
Prom night.
Starring Jamie Lee Curtis. Now, I'll set the scene. I'll tell you what it's about quickly. If you haven't seen Prom Night, a little girl dies at the beginning. She falls out of a building. That building's no longer there. It's up in northern part of Toronto. It was a convent in the film. She falls out the window because some other kids are teasing her playing a game called Killer. Flash forward, about 6 years later, it turns out it's Jamie Lee Curtis. She's a star. Her and her brother, that's their younger sister. There's a killer on the loose who's taking revenge on all those kids that killed that little girl. That's it. That's all you need to know. Every character looks the same. Wendy looks a little different. The boyfriend and the brother, very confusing to look at. And then after that opening part in that old comment, comes here to this cemetery, and I found the exact spots where it was shot. Right here. So, I believe her name was Robin Hammond. Robin? Yeah, Robin. Well, her grave would have been set up right here because you see the mother putting flowers and you see that building in the background. That church. It's the St. James Cemetery here in Toronto, Ontario. Not only that, so it would have been right about here, but you also see Leslie Nielsen standing beside this monument here. And Jamie Lee and her brother are standing right here, and you can see this cross near Jamie Lee with that bent tree. Let me go in a little bit. Right there in the background. And also another way I could tell was that monument there is in the background. Now it's shot in 1980. It's a little murky, but right there. So they're paying respects to their young sister, a daughter of Leslie Nielsen and the mother. Right here. The mother does not want to leave the cemetery. She's distraught. Her daughter died. It was all here. So the fake grave would have been set up right around here. And also you can see this headstone in the background as well. Very prominently. I think there's another one I noticed, but this is the main one. This one, that one, and that one. That's how I lined it up. And also, that building. You can see, just like in the film, well, here we go. I have to go around. This tree's gotten a lot bigger. Trees grow. 3 windows, a little archway down there. Notice that I'm being video surveilled. Well, so are you. Right there. Sun, stop it. There we go. Perfect. Not perfect. Better. Good. Awful. Good. Better. Good. There you go. So I'm going to take you to a bunch of locations from Prom Night. Now, I saw the movie when I was a kid on TV or on video. I think I liked it back then. I don't remember. It was never, it wasn't Friday the 13th or Halloween, but it was still Jamie Lee Curtis. It was still a slasher movie. So as a kid, loved it. I just watched it again recently. I love the disco scenes. I love the song Prom Night. Prom Night, everything is all right. Let's see our back knee. But on Prom Night, you imagine getting it on Prom Night. This one right here. And it's good. It's kind of, there's some problems. It's problematic in the terms of, it doesn't make a lot of sense. All the characters look the same. except for Lunkhead Lou. This guy, he's really the only one that stands out from the rest of the crowd. But it's a fun movie. And the fact that it was shot in Toronto is really cool, and that I knew all the locations for so long. So let's go take a look at some more locations from prom night. Everything is all right. Where are we going next? Oh yeah, the Bluffs. Let's go.
Prom night.
And it's got a lot of great. I mean, the acting. Some of the acting is really good. Some of the acting not so good. The girl who played Wendy is a little overdramatic here. And the scene where she's running through the school, she leaves one room with her mascara perfect, and the next it's just running down. Within she goes through one door and it's just awful. I don't know how mascara works. I don't wear mascara that often, so I don't know how it works. But within 5 seconds, does that happen? I don't know. But I do like the movie. Yeah. And if there's one thing I can't stand, it's poor makeup design in a film. And that's poor makeup design. I don't care if it's 1980. Why does her mascara run after? She just left one door, went into the other. It makes no sense. Mine's always perfect. And I just did a drive-by of this house. Watch that sprinkler. It comes back in action later. This is Wendy's house from the movie. And this is actually not too far from where I grew up. And we knew about this house when we were kids, and we would drive by and go here on Halloween. Watch for the sprinkler. Here it comes. It's okay. We just got wet. Oh, yeah. And that's a view down into the parking lot. The beach is right over there. And that's where Slick, would have went hurtling over the bluffs in his van to his presumed death. I like to think Slick made it, though. So when Kim and Nick are walking along behind their school, they're actually at the Scarborough Bluffs, here in Scarborough. And Nick's just about to tell Kim that he was one of the kids that killed his sister by mistake. But instead he says, I love you. And because the bell goes, if she didn't say I love you, she's, I gotta go. She never says I love you back. But those scenes were shot right around here. Now they're actually shot further over that way. But it's a big trail to get there. And I've got other places to film that are more important. So there's a trail that goes all the way in, and it's gonna be hard to get to it. But you can see kind of, I'm gonna go down and show you, as she said. Of course. The other angle of where also Slick goes over in his van when the killer's attacking him. Him and Jude, was it? Yeah. So that's over here. You'll see those shots of the bluffs and see exactly what it looks like. But yeah, shot right around here up in this hill, overlooking all of Lake Ontario. Beautiful, stinky, beautiful, gorgeous Lake Ontario. Love it. They make it seem like the school is right behind the Scarborough Bluffs, but it's actually really far from here. Well, not really far. 25 minutes, but still. Not a 30-second walk. Prom night. Everything is all right. World War Z. Zed. Trying every which way I think of to get to the top of those bluffs. I know there's a walkway, but it's just really difficult. No public access, no dogs allowed. Unless you're Jamie Lee Curtis, I guess public access is allowed. I shouldn't have said that right after dogs because Jamie Lee Curtis is hot. But yeah, it drops off right there. These are all the cliffs right here, going all the way around. It's ridiculous, so it's kind of difficult to get to now. So, I'm not exactly sure why I'm a Canadian citizen and I'm not allowed to go towards the bluffs. Although I'm sure there's a way, I'm just too lazy to go that way. Does anybody hear me? Take that Montreal Canadiens flag off your car. Put a Leafs one on when you're in Toronto. Come on. So after the scene at the Scarborough Bluffs, Wendy and Lunkhead Lou go to a drive-in that used to be located right here. And he has no cash. She does, so he orders 2 burgers, fries, and a Coke. He says the same for her, but she has a Diet Coke. Small. But you can tell, because these buildings are right in the background of that shot, right here. The same with these houses. This is a brief little scene, but it's actually really close to where I live as well. Not too far, drive by it all the time. Here it is. And then, right over here, right over here. Not gonna be the best angle because there's all these trucks here. But you can see these houses over the waitress's shoulder. They're still here. Right there. Now I refer to him as Lunkhead Lou because he's a lunkhead, and also I don't quite understand what's happening with his character in this movie. Like a lot of the characters in this movie, he at least stands out. He doesn't look the same as all the rest of them, but he goes to the prom with Wendy, but then he's standing with another friend of his who's going to carry out whatever plan they have hatched to destroy Kim's prom. And the blonde guy licks Wendy. Watch. What's happening with this trio? What's happening in this movie? I really like it. I don't know if I do.
Prom night.
And now on to the biggest location. There would be no movie without this location. This location is where the name of the movie takes place. The prom. It's prom night. It's prom night. Everything is all right. Nope, not gonna be. Not when we're going. Let's go. School's not out. School's not out. That's right, this is Alexander Hamilton Senior High School. No juniors, no sophomores, no freshmen. It makes no sense. The little brother's there. I don't understand this movie at all. It's a senior high school. So maybe they allow senior citizens to attend as well.
Prom night.
But this is actually Don Mills Collegiate and Don Mills Middle School here in Toronto. Now, unfortunately, due to COVID, even though I have a mask, can't get in. I thought for sure with my cachet of being a student of a school right down the street where I grew up. This was our rival school. Drive by it all the time still. I thought for sure that would work. No, they can't do it. I can go through permits and all this stuff to get inside, but I'm just gonna film it from outside. And here it is. This is where so much of the action takes place. Now, at the beginning and at the end, right here at this entrance. I'll show you the beginning, then we're gonna come back around and show you the end. I'm gonna show you some other scenes around back of the school. Here we go. So Jamie Lee and her father, played by Leslie Nielsen. Don't call him Shirley. The Alexander Hamilton sign would have been right here. Going right across here. And they walk right through these doors. Right here. With her little brother, who looks exactly like her boyfriend. It's really, really weird. And you can still see in the background, you see those buildings right there. And the creepy janitor type is right around here somewhere. Right about here, the creepy janitor. But they assume is the killer because he's creepy. And wears horn-rimmed glasses right away. Dead giveaway. He's trimming the bushes. That's what she said. Right around here. And they walk right past him. Into the high school, which is actually a middle school. The high school is there. Finally, I made it out here to do prom night locations. Like I said, I went to school right up the street. This is our rival school in hockey. And I just never bothered to come. I was always like, I'll get to it. I'm finally doing prom night. And I thought for sure, but we're here. We're here now. And around back, they shot, well, I'll go show you what they shot around back. Now inside, you're not gonna be able to see much. I can show you what it looks like a little bit inside. There you go. That's what the hallways look like. So similar to the film, Wendy would have been chased all around there, but there's action right in this front part because this is where the killer at the end comes out of. We'll get to that in a moment. But I really want to see the cafeteria with the stage. Did you know that head that pops out of the stage when the head rolls off of, it's Lou, Lunkhead Lou. That was his real head. They built a false, thing coming out of the stage, like a little catwalk, and he put his head through the plywood, and they used his real head. Now, it wasn't his real head that got chopped off. No. That was prosthetics. Back in the day, however, they did prosthetics back then. So it probably didn't look that good, but for realism, they used his real head. That's him sticking his head out. That's Lunkhead Lou. Oh, Lou. We hardly knew ye. There's the inside of what I can show you. Let's go around back. So here's something you do indeed see in the film. This is the ramp that Wendy is running down when she's being chased by the killer. This ramp is prominently seen. She leaves the auto mechanics room, which is no longer an auto mechanics room. It's something else now. It's a different room. But this is near the drama room. Ironic, because there's such great acting in this film. She comes right down here, tries to get out, but she can't. When are you going to get her with an axe? Right there. All right, so here I am out behind the portables. Something I'm very familiar with. What do you do behind the portables? You're not having milkshakes. No, sir. And look what's right here. The tennis courts. Exact ones from the film, but the cement's still here that you can see in the movie. And also, creepy gardener, creepy janitor, he's right here. So you see there's basketball nets now, but I'm sure they can still, tennis on that side, basketball on this side, but it was tennis back then. And all those scenes were shot right in here, those tennis scenes. Way. Uh-oh. Comes right where he came. That's where she said. So he would have been standing right around here, pruning the hedges. So yeah, these tennis courts, this is where they're playing. You can see the old courts are still here, actually, which is really cool. Jamie Lee would have been serving from back that way. Then the girls gather here and talk. They walk this way. It's really cool. This old little cement part is here. Come out. Gardener, janitor, creepy dude, right here. Just picking the weeds. And then over here, well, when Jamie Lee is inside the girls' change room, a little bit of a freak out session. And it's 1980, so there's a, fair amount of, in the movie. But she peeps out of this door to see what the hell's going on. Who's disturbing her changing? So this was the girls' change room. I don't know what it is now, but the middle school kitchen is that way. Right there. All right, now let's go around, back to the front. We're gonna break down exactly how that ending happened because I'm gonna show you where it happened. The famous unmasking of her boyfriend. Relax, we're gonna get to it. Let's go. So back at the entrance where I was before, the prom lets out, everybody's screaming. The teacher says, don't panic when Lunkhead Lou's head is on the catwalk. Don't panic. They panic. There's a head. Moron. You see this all in the ending. The killer comes out here, and all the students are standing right here, terrified. The senior class, which is, I guess, is the only class in this school. And the cop comes out. Killer comes out. That's me. Killer gets shot right here. The masked marauder. And it turns out to be Herb. I always thought, back in the day, I forgot so much of this movie until I watched it like 18 times in the past 2 weeks. I always thought it was Leslie Nielsen was the killer. father, which made no sense as I was watching. I was like, wow, he's really nimble for an elderly gentleman. But no, it's spoiler alert, the movie's 4 years old. It's the brother who looks exactly like her boyfriend, like I said. She unmasks him, he's got lipstick on or something. So much of this movie is odd. And right here, right below me. I said below me. Below me, right here. All of that, right here. So that's it. It was the brother the whole time. The brother who looks like the boyfriend. Jamie Lee. See, she doesn't attack Jamie Lee in the disco. It's prom night. Everything is all right if you're Jamie Lee Curtis. Did you know that Eve Plum, who played Jan, the Brady Bunch, was going to be playing the lead role, and they couldn't secure financing? The movie was made for $1.5 million, but they still couldn't secure enough financing. And then Jamie Lee Curtis called her man and said, I want to do this movie. I didn't know that. I thought she would want to do another horror movie after Halloween right away. She got paid $30,000, most money she'd ever made at that point. And Jamie Lee Curtis signed on, they got financing like that. She's the scream queen. And the movie ends here. That's it. Okay. Prom night. I love that song. All right. Peace. I love you, Jamie Lee Curtis. Leslie Nielsen, rest in peace, buddy. Shirley. All right. Later.